Hey, look at you, sitting there, probably slouched, mouth slightly open, squinting at a screen like a confused golden retriever watching a ceiling fan. Now, imagine your ancestor, 10,000 years ago, sprinting barefoot across frozen ground, hunting a deer for 6 hours straight, healing a gash on his arm with dirt, and sleeping under a sky with no light pollution while his immune system quietly obliterated 3 different infections. You, meanwhile, got winded walking to the fridge. This isn't an insult. This is science. And today, we're going through the 10 things your ancestors could do that you, a soft, pampered, chronically online modern human, absolutely cannot. Buckle up. This is going to hurt your feelings a little. Number 10. They could regrow their gut lining like it was nothing. Your gut is lined with a layer of cells called the intestinal epithelium. It's basically the bouncer of your digestive system, deciding what gets in and what gets kicked out. Your ancestors had a gut microbiome so rich, so diverse, so absolutely stacked with bacterial species that their gut lining repaired itself constantly. Inflammation? Gone in days. Leaky gut? Their body laughed at that concept. Modern humans? We've wiped out roughly 50% of our ancestral gut bacteria in the last 100 years alone. Antibiotics, ultra-processed food, chlorinated water, and the fact that we no longer eat dirt occasionally, yes, dirt, has left our gut looking like a post-apocalyptic wasteland. The result? Autoimmune diseases, food intolerances, and a generation of people who can't eat gluten without writing a blog post about it. Your ancestor ate a rotten mammoth leg and was fine. You ate a slightly expired yogurt and called your mom. Number 9. They could navigate without GPS, using their brain. Here's something that will make you feel genuinely bad about yourself. Polynesian navigators crossed thousands of miles of open ocean, no compass, no GPS, using only stars, wave patterns, and the feeling of swells beneath their canoe. Researchers still can't fully replicate it with modern instruments. Hunter-gatherers on land memorized hundreds of square miles of terrain, every trail, every water source, stored in their heads like a biological hard drive. You cannot find your way out of an IKEA. Since GPS went mainstream, the hippocampus, your brain's navigation center, has measurably shrunk in regular users. London taxi drivers who memorize the entire city map have significantly larger hippocampi. The rest of us, one dead battery away from being lost in our own neighborhood. Number 8. They could sleep in 2 separate chunks and feel amazing. Before artificial lighting, humans didn't sleep in one 8-hour block. They slept in 2 phases. First sleep until midnight, then a natural wakeful hour for prayer, conversation, or just calm thinking. Then second sleep until dawn, documented in medieval texts and diaries across multiple cultures. It wasn't insomnia, it was the default human sleep mode. Then Edison invented the light bulb, factories needed night shifts, and suddenly 2-chunk sleep was weird. Now we force a single compressed window, wake up groggy, chug coffee, and wonder why we feel like a reheated corpse. Your ancestor woke at midnight feeling peaceful. You wake at 3 a.m. in a cold sweat thinking about something embarrassing you said in 2009. Number 7. They could hold a squat for hours without their knees crying. In most of the world and for most of human history, the resting squat was the default sitting position. No chairs, no couches, no ergonomic lumbar support with a $400 price tag. People in rural parts of Asia, Africa, and South America still do this today. They can hold a deep, flat-footed squat for hours, eating, talking, waiting, resting, with zero discomfort. Western adults, most of us can't hold a proper squat for 30 seconds without our heels lifting, our knees caving in, and our lower back filing a formal complaint. The reason is simple. Chairs have slowly destroyed our hip flexors, shortened our Achilles tendons, and turned our glutes into decorative furniture. Researchers call it dead butt syndrome. That's a real medical term. Your butt is dead. Your ancestor could squat next to a fire for 3 hours. You need a footrest, a lumbar pillow, and a standing desk reminder app just to survive a Tuesday. Let's continue with number 6. They could smell danger, literally. Humans have around 400 functional olfactory receptor genes. Dogs have about 800. But the point is this: our ancestors actually used theirs. People living close to nature can identify plants, animals, weather shifts, and even stress in other humans through scent. Humans can detect fear, sickness, and even hints of genetic compatibility. Your nose isn't weak, it's underused. Everything smells like synthetic lavender now, so the signal is buried. Your ancestors smelled a predator far away. You can't smell your gym bag's been fermenting for weeks. Number 5. They could heal faster, significantly faster. This one hurts. Ancestral healing benefited from constant sun exposure and higher vitamin D, richer microbiomes, better sleep, lower cortisol, and diets full of omega-3s and antioxidants. Chronic modern stress alone suppresses immune response and slows tissue repair dramatically. Emails, traffic, doom scrolling, and background anxiety keep your body in low-grade survival mode. Healing takes longer. The spear wound story is exaggerated for effect, but the direction is real. Your body repairs best when it feels safe, fed, rested, and outdoors. Most days, it feels none of those things. Number 4. They could breathe properly. Close your mouth. Are you breathing through your nose right now? Ancestral skulls often show wider jaws and broader nasal passages, airways built for nasal breathing. Nasal breathing filters air, helps produce nitric oxide, and nudges your nervous system toward calm, rest and digest mode. Modern humans raised on soft food develop narrower faces and tighter airways. It's like trying to power a V8 engine through a coffee straw. The result is mouth breathing, poor sleep, fatigue, and snoring that sounds like a dying lawnmower. Number 3. They could walk. Like really walk. The Hadza of Tanzania regularly walks 7 to 12 miles a day on varied terrain. No treadmill, no step counter, just movement. Human feet evolved as strong, adaptable tools. Barefoot or minimally shod movement on uneven ground activates dozens of bones, joints, and muscles in each foot. Modern shoes, flat surfaces, and 9 hours of sitting turn feet into confused passengers. Many foot and back problems aren't inevitable. They're the cost of not using the hardware the way it was designed. Number 2. They could tolerate cold without dying inside. No central heating, no north face, no heated seats. Regular cold exposure kept brown fat active, a type of tissue that generates heat by burning energy directly. Constant artificial warmth tells your body to shut that system down. People who regularly experience cold often show better insulin sensitivity, higher metabolic rates, and improved mood. This isn't about suffering. It's about reminding your body it still needs its internal heater. Your ancestor handled winter. You step into mild cold and immediately negotiate surrender. Number 1. They could exist without being chronically mentally exhausted. This is the big one. A hunter-gatherer processed in a lifetime what you process in a week. No notifications, no endless decisions, no ambient pressure to be reachable at all times. Ancestral stress was sharp and temporary. Predator, storm, conflict. It spiked, resolved, and the nervous system reset. Your stress is constant and vague. Cortisol stays elevated, the amygdala stays alert. You're running threat detection software on 10,000-year-old hardware, nonstop. The result is the most anxious, overloaded, exhausted generation in history, despite being the safest and most comfortable humans ever. Your ancestor faced real danger and slept deeply. You're safe in a warm bed, and your brain won't shut up. 10 ways your ancestors were, objectively, built different. The good news is that much of this is reversible. Cold exposure, nasal breathing, walking more, real food, fewer screens before bed.
Your biology isn't broken, it's just been on vacation for a century. The bad news is you'll have to put your phone down to fix it. Good luck with that. If this made you feel personally attacked, good. Subscribe. There's more where that came from.